Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to week 5 here of the PFL, the second game. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got a great one for us today. We got the brand new number 1 team in the nation in Alabama coming out against Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. Honestly, to me, this is going to be a huge test for Bama coming in. Yeah, they got that number 1 ranking. Yeah, they looked great last week against Georgia, but Notre Dame looked great too. Notre Dame with the big surprise win against Utah. I do not think this is going to be an easy game for Alabama at all. I feel like they have to come out on fire right from the get-go. If they let Notre Dame stick around, we all know that fourth quarter Fighting Irish ain't no joke. That's real juju, so they got to be careful about that. Alabama's going to have to make a statement early and often. I expect to see a lot of ground game out of that brand new K5. He's been having a monster season, and I expect him to continue to do that today. I think Carson Young's going to be able to whip that ball around. And if I'm on Notre Dame, all I'm thinking about is making sure to try to get those stops on the defensive side. We got Kai Jackson out there. He's going to have to be a huge factor for him. So I'm very excited to see this Bama offense go up against this Notre Dame defense today. And again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in on this Wednesday, taking time out of your schedule to go ahead and be up here with me. For those who don't know, this is John Smith in the booth. This is the Prime Football League. And to me, honestly, this is going to be close to game of the week. I can't wait. As we get this one underway, Notre Dame will be receiving to start off. We saw some pretty good special teams play last week, so I expect to see more of the same going on. And I can't wait to see this first drive get underway. We got Mr. Christian Ross stepping up onto the field, and I'm telling you, if Notre Dame can come out hot, then it's going to be a real game changer, because we all know, like I said, if they can stick around, then they're going to be pulling it out in the fourth. So if you're Notre Dame, you got to think I got to come out in this first drive with points. I'm very excited to see how that goes. First play of the game is a run straight up the middle, what looks like 8.5 yards. So that's a great start for Mr. Hall. He's having himself one heck of a start to this game. If they can keep feeding him the rock like that, O-line keep creating those lanes, then he's not going to have any problems at all. And this Notre Dame offense is going to be feeling good. But honestly, I feel like they can definitely rest on the shoulders of Mr. Christian Ross in moving that ball through the air. You can see that first pass, little too fast. Maybe the nerves of playing the number 1 team getting to him. But I feel like they shouldn't have much of a concern putting the ball in his hands and letting him create and flow the offense tonight. On the Bama defensive side, the big players I'm really looking for is that defensive backs, man. They are elite back there with Tayshawn, Andre Roche, and Jay Johnson. I think they're going to be absolutely scary for Christian today. So they're really going to have to lean into his arm and make sure that he's making the right decisions. As you can see, they're getting the first down. I just know that if Notre Dame's coming out smart, they're going to look for those shore plays. They're going to be, dinking and diving. Another good run here. Looks like 6. Looks like he got, only 3 on that. My bad. But still, solid run. They get 3.5 every play. They're going to be moving the ball without problems. Sending the man in motion. 2nd and 7. We got another run. Almost broke through that hole. Great tackle there to stop him from getting through. By Braswell there. We on a 3rd and manageable here. Ross go ahead and get lots of time. Hit as he threw, keeping it close. Almost got it out. Another huge play from that Bama defensive line. That was Sam Washington on the tackle that time. So the D-line coming up huge on 2nd and 3rd down, getting them into that 4th down spot. What a hit. Christian's going to be walking back to that bench like, coach, got to check me for CTE. Force that punt out of Notre Dame. That's exactly what Bama was looking for. That's why they're the number 1 team in the nation. They're getting that stop on the first drive and letting their offense go to work. Little 5-yard punt return here. Nothing crazy, but helping out, making sure Carson Young's got a little bit more room to work. And it's the first time we're taking a peek at that number 1 offense. Carson's looked good all year, to be completely honest. But if I'm Bama, I'm putting the ball in K5's hands and letting him go to work. I gotta be real. I think we're looking at a top 5 running back in the nation, and I think we're going to see more of that today. I'm really thinking if I'm Bama, he's going to be getting the ball. He's going to be pounding that rock. And we can see that right away on the first run. Almost spun off 2 guys there. Solid 3-yard start, and I think we're going to see more and more of that as the game goes on. We got the single back lineup here. And we're seeing more runs. More runs, finds the gap, and forces his way for the first down. That's exactly what we want to see out of K5. Oh, they didn't give it to him. Oh, I think that's a poor spot by the ref, but that's all right. Let's see if Notre Dame gets a huge stop on 3rd and inches. K5 does push his way through. You know, ball don't lie. I think that was a first down last play, but you know what? We'll take it this time. If you're Notre Dame, I feel like the biggest thing you got to do is try to stay inside that box. If I'm them, I'm keeping 7 in the box every time. I'm probably rushing 5 every down. Trying to keep that pressure, trying to get to that running back, because if you let Bama control the clock, we know this #1 team in the nation for a reason, right? They control that clock. They're going to control the game, and ultimately they're going to walk away with that victory. So on the Notre Dame side, I'm sure the coach is yelling from those sidelines, just like this, as you can see them now lined up. We got to stack that box. We got to try to get in the backfield. And this is exactly what they're going to need. Huge tackle right there from Kai Jackson. That's exactly what they're looking for, because that's the only way they're going to have big success this game. Carson sends a man in motion, fakes the jet into the handoff. Little bit of room there, but you can see the Notre Dame defense tightening up, covering those gaps, making sure to not give up any more of those big runs here early on. Carson's first pass, lots of time, great O-line blocking, but oh my God, he still gets sacked, had all day, and Pryor gets back there anyway, getting through 2 offensive linemen, 2 different offensive linemen, in order to get to the quarterback. What a huge sack burger out of Notre Dame there. I really felt like, Carson, you got to get rid of the ball, brother. You cannot be holding on to the ball that long. You know, that's basically a coverage sack to me, because he had all day to throw that and could not go anywhere. So that is huge for Notre Dame. That's exactly what they're looking for. You see the punt here. Lots of room on the return. Oh, the flag, though. I don't know about that. He got it up to the 35. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of thought that might be what happened there. Unfortunate, because it was looking like a decent return, but David Sims was grabbing his man. You can't be doing that. We're going to see Notre Dame line up in the single back here. Oh, nice play action. Plenty of time. Oh, dots his man. What a pass by Christian Ross. And what a catch out of that man right there. That was absolutely elite on that catch. Oh my goodness, who was that? 82. Oof. My goodness. What a grab. What a laser from Christian on that pass, too. That was absolutely filthy. Oh, man. Alright, I gotta calm down. We got we got plenty more football where that's from. We got another pass there, feeling really good, making sure to give Christian the ball, let him do his thing. Hit as he throws. Nope, I don't think that man is out of bounds, so that should not count. Okay, good. That pressure from Bama's D-line is not messing around. I mean, he keeps going back and forth. I swear the O-line gets him great time, and then the next play, he got to get rid of that ball quick, because that pressure coming. And, you know, the more they stay behind the sticks, the more they're going to have to keep passing. He sends a man in motion here. Yep, no dump off. And you know what? They'll take those. You know what? You will take the short yardage gains. You'll take the little bit of ball movement when it comes. And Watts is out there for him, so he knows he's right on those dinking dunks. They had a jump, but missed the hike, so the free play ain't happening. Pressure coming in. Still finds his man. Great job by Christian maintaining his composure under pressure and getting it out to the man, Ross Pierre, number 7. Great job there, under pressure from the blitz. Bama's over here talking, saying, you know, we got to make sure we're watching on those man-to-man coverages, because if we ain't getting to the quarterback, you know these Notre Dame receivers are going to get open. And as long as Christian's putting them in spots like that, they're going to be able to move the ball without too much of a problem. I'd love to see some more run game get involved here. But honestly, if the pass is working, they're going to keep going. They had a man over the middle. And they find him. Honestly, that looked a little bit close. I thought, you know, if Christian throws that just a second earlier, I feel like Rose Pierre has way more space to run instead of forcing him on that outside catch. A little read option here. Christian covering the ball. Smart man. You don't want to be fumbling, but there wasn't really a lot of room to run for him there. I think we're in a passing situation. I'd be shocked to see a run here on 3rd and 4. Maybe a little short yardage. Yep, there it is. Boom. Oh, did he drop that? Oh my God, he did drop that. It was right there, wide open. You gotta hang on to those. I gotta say, I don't know if that Bama defender forced that out, but man, oh man, you gotta hang on to those. That was a well-designed short yardage play, and those over the middle. Ooh, yep, it was the hit. It was a nasty hit. Great play by that Bama defense. It's a long field goal, but you know, we've seen some long ones here out of these young guys. And there's another one. Great job for Notre Dame getting it up 3-0, getting some points on the board and looking good to get it started. I will say, you know, like I keep preaching, if they can stay this involved in the game, it's going to be a good look for them. This is basically, it may not be a ton of points, but this is basically an ideal start for Notre Dame. If they can keep Bama off the board until we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, they're going to be feeling real good about everything that's going on. So, again, if I'm Bama, I'm the head coach, I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm saying, listen, we got to get it going early because we do not want to keep this Notre Dame team sticking around. We've seen a ton of upsets out here in the PFL, and if you let a team stick around to the end, then they're going to show up on you again. So, Bama's got to keep things moving. Carson Young dropping back, quick out route. You know, and they'll take those all day. They will take those all day, little 7-yard dumps. Easy. You got to keep those moving. Especially against this great Notre Dame defense. These quick routes, man, that's where it's at. That's where Carson's got to live, man. You just got to be feasting on those. They are not in good defensive spots, and you know why? Because they have to deal with K5. So they're going to keep moving their linemen up. They're going to keep moving those DBs closer to the box, and those little short routes are going to be there all night long. It's good to see Carson learning from that after that first drive. Oh, man, a massive hole for K5 there. One man to beat. I feel like he had the outside block. Easy. You see, this is what happens. The pass opens up the run for this team. The run opens up the pass. Huge. Great play action here on the bootleg. Oh, yeah, he got that. They gave that to him, right? Perfect. Carson's doing wonderful here. Being able to move the ball on this Notre Dame defense is not an easy accomplishment. Oh, the juke. Ooh, but the follow-up tackle was huge. Absolutely shut that down. Great hit by Jackson there. And that's what Notre Dame's going to be looking for out of their run stop. You know, they may give out every once in a while a decent yard gain, but as long as they can stay in that backfield and keep that pressure on, the Notre Dame coach has to be happy. The juke by K5, but the follow-up on the pursuit to the ball was just beautiful by Notre Dame there. Carson Young getting ready, dropping back to pass once again. These quick routes, man, they're killer right now. Huge gain there, making it from 2nd and massive to 3rd and manageable. And that's the end of the first quarter. Make sure you got your twos up in chat. Let me know what you think about this first quarter, guys, because honestly, if I'm Notre Dame, I'm super happy about this, and I'm really excited about the way that first quarter shaped up for us. But let me know your guys' thoughts, please. You see another pass down, another quick route by Alabama. I'm telling you, they are going to feast on these quick routes. As long as they can keep doing that, that's going to be all day for them. And Notre Dame's going to have to make some adjustments because we all know they're focused on stopping that run. So if Carson can keep getting these little 6-7 yard passes, I mean, Bama's going to just go crazy. That's exactly what they're looking to do. You know, talking to you guys in the chat, make sure you are smashing that like button. Make sure you're following us on all our social medias. You're subscribing to the YouTube. And thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with me today. You see a great pass, absolute dot out there. Again, Carson Young, he will not be slowed down today. He is going crazy. He just will not be stopped. Man. This kid says, listen, we may lean on our running game, but we came out with a game plan today that we knew the defense was going to be focused on that. So I said, give me the ball. Let me be the difference maker. And he is so far absolute beast out there. This looks like a run set to me, so I would be very surprised K5 doesn't get the ball here. There he goes. Finds the hole. Pushing. Ooh, that's inches from the touchdown here. They got to give it back to him. Let the man get his touchdown. He's right there. They got to do it. Oh, they're sending them in motion. Yep, gave it to the backup, and he got his way in. If I'm K5, I'm mad. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going back to the coach and saying that should be mine. But Bama will take the points, obviously, regardless. And, if I'm Notre Dame, all I'm thinking in my head is, listen, we got to get to work on those short routes because they were toasting us on those that whole drive. And if you're Alabama, this is exactly what you're looking for. Getting points on the board, doing your thing, and proving to the nation why you got that #1 ranking. Why you're the newest and the meanest dog on the block right now. So huge drive for Bama. We're very happy with that. And honestly, I'm not that surprised. This is the team I expected to see. I still think Notre Dame should be happy. Listen, they're getting the ball. There's 10 minutes left in this half. Plenty of time for them to do their thing, get back, get some points on the board, and just keep this game close. I cannot believe he's taking it out from basically 6 yards out. Still gets almost to the 25. If I'm him, I'm definitely taking a knee there, but you got to love that confidence on that return by Jay Pickens. Absolutely. And, everybody here, if you did not see the Monday game, we had a pretty good game between UCLA and Cincy, with UCLA able to take it 24-10 by a 2-possession score. And honestly, as you guys know, I'm the running back for USC, so UCLA had a massive bounce-back game after getting smashed by us. So props to them, and thank you everyone for tuning in on that Monday night game as well. So we see a play action and another dot. Oh my goodness. And he hangs on to the ball. What a grab from Jay Pickens. He says, that's why I'm confident when I'm going out from the touchdown of those returns, because I can do things like that on the field. Absolutely great catch, and that's exactly what Notre Dame needs. Little spark to get the crowd involved. Great pass from Christian again. Wide open. Great route. Killer. But yeah, speaking on that UCLA game, I just got to say I was surprised to see them come out like that against Cincinnati. That was a wild one to watch. So, but great on them for getting the win and bouncing back in such a big way after playing us. Yeah, we're seeing some of those short route games now coming out of Notre Dame as well. They're working for Bama. Why wouldn't they work for us? Rose Pierre on another big grab. He's been very involved in this offense so far, and I'm not surprised. I know that Christian was going to come out here heavy, one to throw, and he's delivering so far. Oh my God, he said, get off me, as Hall shoved a grown man to the ground, looking like a child out there as he fights for those yards. Those are some grown man 3 yards right there. What a run by Hall. We got a light man in motion. I think this is going to be a short route. There it is. Ooh, tipped and caught. What a catch. What great reaction time there by, again, Rose Pierre, saying, listen, I'm always watching the ball. That's why they preach, keep your eye on the ball, kids. So even when your DBs or your linebackers touch that, you're still looking for ways to make the grab. What a play by Rose, and what a way to keep the chains moving and keep the offense on the field. What a catch. That's just a very, very smart move by the young wide receiver there. And Christian's probably flowing with confidence right now. I expect to see him continuing to sling that thing. He does a handoff here. There's almost a gap, but not quite one there for them. I expect to see a pass on second down here. But if you're Notre Dame, you got to be pretty happy with how your offense has been moving on this drive. We see Jay Pickens in motion. Another handoff. Fighting for yards, man. Oh my goodness. Deuce Young just keeps it moving. That running back duo ain't no joke in Notre Dame. And we see Hall pushing for that first down. They keep proving me wrong by keep going back to this handoff, but it's working. I feel like the interior of Bama's defense is really, really strong. But Notre Dame says, we're going to make you prove it. We're going to make you prove that you're the #1 team in the nation. You know, they say, listen, you know, we know you got Reuben West over there. We know you got Sam Washington over there, but we don't care. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pounding that rock. And it's good to see. We got almost about 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Notre Dame's had great possession here, about 4 minutes so far on the drive. You see that pass on the quick route there. Great pass again. Christian Ross almost to 100 yards here. Absolutely feasting on that pass to Williams. You know, Notre Dame's kind of doing the opposite. They got the run, opening up the pass a lot instead of the pass opening up the run. That one, you know, a little sus. His guy's clearly momentuming out of bounds. I don't know about that throw. Probably should have just dropped that on the ground, but that's all right. Much better. Great recovery. Way to hang on to the ball, too. Oh, my goodness. Robespierre got absolutely smacked on that hit, but hung on to the ball. We got a huge 3rd and 1 here for Notre Dame. Going with the bootleg. The read is not really there. Went for it anyway, and the guy slides to the ground. Great defense by Bama there. Lee with the huge heads-up play to make sure to get his hands on him and mark that guy down, as it looks like they're going to hold Notre Dame to 3, bar them going for it, which I don't see is very likely here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the 3 points. That was some great defense on the bootleg there, shutting down the first read. You saw Christian look to his right to try to find a second read, but it looks like that was covered as well. Ends up dumping it back to the first read, and Bama's defense was all over that to shut them down and make sure they hold them to 3. And that's why they're that #1 team in the nation, folks. They know how to make those reads. They know how to help these young men decide what to do on defense. I swear every player just wants to take the ball out and be like, listen, I'm a break, okay? I'm Devin Hester out here, and one day one of us are going to break for one of these. As we see Carson Young getting ready one more time. They're highlighting K5 for good reason. Keep in mind these stats are not always accurate, folks. Just make sure you're following the PFL Discord for the most up-to-date stats. We do a great job. You know, my producer Zeke does a fantastic job of keeping all that up to date. So make sure you are following along in our Discord. As we see the read option, Carson barrels over one guy, but the second guy go ahead and bring him down. You got to take those. A huge play there. From Carson, honestly. I did not anticipate him making a grown man move like that on the defensive lineman. Now we see him in the single back here. I think it's going to be a lot of clock control here. They get it off to K5. He gets about 7. I think that's exactly what they got to be looking to do. They're going to try to make sure that only one team gets points here to end this half. They got an empty set. We are going to see what he's doing on those. Oh, my goodness. No, he throws the interception into triple coverage. That was not necessary at all. Princeton Butler with the absolute snatch. Now Notre Dame is in a killer position. Oh, my goodness. We got the Prince of Picks out here. What a grab. And that changes the momentum at the end of this first half. My goodness. Coming out of Collin Hills, coming out of that high school championship, and you can see why, folks. What excellent coverage on that. I really thought Bama was going to go short. They said, no, we want it all, and they got punished for it. Excellent defense. Now Christian Ross is looking. Those curls, man, those curls have been elite in the PFL this season. Those little 10, 11-yard curl routes, they're hard to guard. You got to get the right kind of defender on those if you're going to cover them. Bama definitely can, but if you're timing those routes right, just as we can see here, it's really hard to get in front of those. And Robespierre is having himself a monster of the first half. As we reach 2 minutes in the second quarter here. Little handoff. Nowhere to go. Wrapped up. Paul got absolutely wrapped up with the quickness there. I think we're going to see another pass. Okay, good. Oh, we got Christian. He's got lots of time. Does he have a man? Oh, almost hangs onto it, but not quite. Robespierre was going for the straight Moss maneuver, and I really thought he was about to do it. But either way, we got third down. A little out route. Guy was led a little too much there, Christian. A little too much on the lead. Probably needed to be cut in short so he could run upfield. But, you know, if you're Notre Dame, this was very unexpected. Your kicker's been hot. Hopefully he's about to be 3 of 3. And you're feeling real good right now. Boom. 9-7. Going back to Alabama. Bama, you got a minute and a half. You got to try to get points. You need to have a bounce back drive here. Carson Young's got to be mad at himself for getting greedy, going for it all when that short route has been there all day. And you know what? They had a man over the middle again. Also, we finally get to see a knee in the end zone. So if I'm Carson, if I'm Bama, I'm either going, listen, we got to come out hot. We got to look for some real quick 8-9 yard slants. Or, honestly, we got to say, listen, this half wasn't our half. Let's see if K5 can make something happen. But if not, we're going into halftime. Let's see what Bama decides to go with. Looks like they're starting with the pass. Wide open. Oh my goodness, is Andre Roche wide open up the middle. That middle of the field for Notre Dame has been a problem for their defense. You saw the amazing pick on the outside, but on the inside they have been having a lot of struggles tonight. So if I'm Bama, that's where the ball's gotta go. That's where I'm gonna keep targeting every single play until they do something to stop it. We see him going into the hurry up. About a minute on the clock to fake the handoff. Again, a dot. Carson Young said, listen, I have something to prove, as he throws it out to Dylan Williams. I have something to prove, and I'm going to continue to remind everybody why I'm the quarterback on the #1 team in the nation. Absolute laser. We got 1:07 on the clock now. Bama's got to be feeling good about the way this drive is going and the way they're moving the ball here. Nothing to complain about. This is an absolute bounce back drive for them, and they are delivering, you know. I will say sometimes as a commentator, it feels good to say, listen, this is what we got to see, and then they go out and do it, and that's the best part of my job. And Bama right now is delivering. We'll see another one. Absolutely wide open was K5 on that little 5-yard curl. Turns it into what, 14 yards? Great job there. Moving the ball still. They have 3 timeouts, so I'm surprised at the speed they're moving this offense, saying, get back to it, boys, we got more to do. Ooh, that was a dangerous throw there. Oh, my goodness. If Nation was turned around, I think he has an interception. Carson, just take a breath, man. You guys are right here. And a touchdown here will be massive going into the half. Great pass, great play design there. Both of those guys kind of overlapping, almost looking like an NBA screen to get the open man. Absolutely brilliant job there by the Bama OC. Not really open. And now they got to burn that timeout. If I'm Bama, I'm thinking we got to get 7 here. We don't just want a 1-point lead going into halftime. That'll be a little too close for comfort. Let's see, can they get there? Oh, he does! Oh my goodness! Dylan Williams pushes his way through the line after 3 guys try to stop him short. Excellent effort from Notre Dame, but I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful drive from Alabama. That's what the #1 team looks like. That's it right there, baby. That is absolutely insane. That is exactly what we're looking for. Huge drive from Bama. They are proving why they belong as the #1 team in the nation here at the PFL. Nicely done, Carson. Nicely done, OC. Some great play design. And some great ball movement. They're going to go ahead and kick it off to Notre Dame. Honestly, I don't expect to see anything crazy out of this Notre Dame offense. I think you're not that upset at the way this half is gone. And I think you're just going to go ahead. You're going to hand it off. Oh, you got a flag. This is a hold. You're definitely just going to hand it off. Yep. So I think they either just take a knee or just hand it off a couple times to Hall and Young. Go into halftime and have a little discussion about how they need to protect over the middle in order to make some progress here in the second half. We'll send the man in motion. And just hand that off. Yes, sir. Tries to get outside. Great pursuit there. Young has nowhere to go, and that's going to end the first half. Make sure you get those 3s up in chat, everybody. This was a great first half. I think both teams, honestly, are going in feeling okay. If I'm Notre Dame, listen, you're still in it. If I'm Alabama, you're feeling great about the way that half ended, but you're going to be focused on doing more of that here in the second half. If you're new to the PFL, The Prime Football League is a simulation football league run on Madden where you can live out your dreams as a college prospect. We have a ton of teams, a ton of amazing coaches, and great production here on the back end. We'd love to have you in the league. Make sure you fill out that application. It should be in the link of the YouTube description. We'd love to have you, and who knows, maybe you could be the next Carson Young. You could be the next Christian Ross, or you could be up here talking with me, John Smith, in the booth. We'd love to have you, so please come on, check us out. If you have any questions, hit us up on the socials. We got Instagram. We got Discord. We're all over the place. Make sure you're giving us a shout. Give us some love. And to everyone in the chat today, make sure you're hitting that like button. Thank you so much for being here. We love having you. And I can't wait to see the way this game ends in the second half. We'll be right back. And just like that, Bama's getting the ball to start the second half. Good return, getting them to what looks like the 26, so we'll take that extra yard. After the way that last drive went, if I'm Bama, I'm saying, listen, we need more of the same. And if I'm Notre Dame, I'm saying we have to cover the middle of the field, guys. We cannot be getting bit over the middle play after play. So let's see who wins the battle here on this what I think is a very important first drive of this second half. Good fake to K5. Pressure coming. Oh, throw pick again. Carson, you cannot be doing that. Oh, my goodness. What an INT at a nation. Absolute beast, Ethan. Absolute beast. That is exactly what Notre Dame is looking for tonight. That was huge, especially after the way that last drive went for Alabama. That is exactly what Notre Dame needed. Absolute monster. And again, I just want to say that's on the outside. I'm telling you, don't throw to the outside if you're Bama. The coach got to be grabbing Carson and telling him, listen, man, you got to throw over the middle. Because those outside DBs are not playing around out of Notre Dame. Absolute monsters. And, that's Ethan's second pick this year already. That guy is keeping things locked up on his side of the field. And, you can just see it between Ethan and Princeton. Those guys, they are governing the outside. They cannot throw that way. Those are some scary DBs on the outside there. But anyway, on the offensive side, we see a couple runs out of Notre Dame, getting the ball moving pretty decently. They got a 3rd and 4. A little bit of ground to make up. We got 3 at the top. And there it is, the short route over the middle. They got to give that to him. That's a first. That's a first. Keep the chains moving. That's exactly what they're looking to do, and this is going to be a huge response. Listen, they get 6 here. This is going to be a tone setter for this second half. This is a big drive. A lot of people sleep on the importance of these early drives. You come out at halftime, you see those coach adjustments, and you see them come to life right away. That's the beauty of the PFL. You get out there, the coaches, they go ahead and do their thing, and you can see the teams respond to what actually happens. You got to love it out here. You see Christian backing up. Oh, very dangerous pass there. He's got to be a bit smarter on that. Just hold on to that for a bit longer. Had plenty of time. No need for a 3-step immediate throw. Finds the man. We'll take that. We'll take a few yards if you're Notre Dame, but you're still got a little bit of positive ground to make up, and this is a huge 3rd down from Bama. They get to stop here. They get to keep the lead, as I doubt Notre Dame goes for it. This is a very clear run formation, but we could see a PA here. Oh, we did see the PA. Tons of pressure. Huge hit. Huge hit. Oh, my goodness. What a blitz out of Bama. That was a designed blitz. You can clearly tell. Absolutely lays the sack burger down. Oh, my God. That's exactly what they needed. Sanders came in like a speed demon, looking like Deion Sanders out there, flying at the quarterback. Absolute beast. And you know what? It turns a gimme field goal into the kicker's got to pay attention. So let's make sure this goes up and this goes in if you're Notre Dame. That's exactly what you needed. So it's 14-12, and you're kicking it back to Alabama. Now, if I'm in Notre Dame, if I'm in the huddles, if I'm talking to the defense, I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm saying, listen, You got to keep doing what we're doing. Keep guarding those outsides. But I need some pressure in the middle because at the end of the day, Bama's going to keep throwing it to the middle. Carson's getting a little greedy on those outsides, but he's going to learn, listen, this ain't working for me. You know, Ethan and Princeton are too strong on the outside. I got to focus on the middle. And Notre Dame's going to have to respond when that happens. But I expect to see a lot of K5 out here, a lot of running plays because they need to get some control on this game. And right now, all the momentum is with Notre Dame. We see the bootleg, quick pass out to K5. And just like that, they've got another first down. This is what they're going to live off of. This is what they have to live off of, you know. Listen, this is not some poser defense. They're going to be able to walk all over. Okay, this is not Florida. All right, they got to focus up as we see a jump here and get the penalty flag for the easy 5 yards. Just want to make sure everyone knows I said Florida, not Florida State. Love you guys, so don't want you to think I'm just throwing you under the bus randomly. So Bama knows that Notre Dame ain't no joke, and they got to respect that. You see the option? The option read. They probably should have just gave it to K5 there. Carson hanging on to that ball was a little wild, and Notre Dame's punishing them for it as the D-Train comes in with a huge hit. Notre Dame looking great out here. You can tell how excited they are. And David's out here leading the pack with these hits. I mean, he is not biting on these options. They are doing a great job tonight at containing the run. You know, I got to give my flowers to Notre Dame here on the way they've been able to contain the run of Alabama. Good pressure. Absolutely no shot at getting all the way up to that first down there on the second down play. But they got one more shot at it. I wouldn't be surprised to see some pressure here. We got the four-man rush coming in. The quick throw. Huge tackle. Oh, my goodness. He says, you are not going anywhere. You are not moving. You are not getting to that first down. Absolute monster by Thomas. He says, we are getting that ball back, and we are going to let this offense do what it needs to do, as Bama is going to be forced to punt. You know, that big hit by David Sims is what led to that. And now Bama's got no choice but to punt the ball. You get people behind the chains, everybody, and guess what? It's going to be a much higher mountain for them to climb in order to get that first down. So, great job by Notre Dame. Great defense stepping up again. Notre Dame is saying, listen, you might be the number one team in the nation, but this is our house, and we're going to make you earn it. Oh, beautiful punt. That ball stopped on a dime. That ball landed and said, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not even 1 yard. I'm just stopping right here. Great punt by Alabama. And let's see how Notre Dame responds to that. You know, Christian's got to be smart here. Can't be going too crazy. They got to be smart with the way they handle this far back in their own territory. I expect we see a good amount of runs here out of Hall or Deuce. Quick pass. Oh, wide open. And just like that, he proves me wrong. Commentator curse. He's got his man, Jay Pickens, wide open over the middle. And now Notre Dame has a ton of room to work with and can really do whatever they want on this next set of downs here. Absolutely a dot. You know, honestly, I think Bama was preparing for the run too. You saw how many people they had in the box. I thought it was going to be a run for sure. Great play calling again by the Notre Dame OC. Absolutely feasting. We see another pass out of Christian here. Easy dump off. Lots of room. Oh, but we got the flag. I think that's coming back, guys. I think that's coming back. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's Watts on the hold there. And you can kind of see it, but it was on the other side of the field, so it might have been a little tough to see, but you got to be smarter on those grabs. What a spin, just trying to get away from the pursuit of the ball. Is Deuce Young trying to break, trying to make something happen, but there are just too many guys there as Gardner gets in with the tackle. He's on 4 tackles for the game, so Gardner's absolutely everywhere tonight. That's a cornerback, folks, getting up there and helping them keep the pressure on that running game. Absolute dot over the middle, says, get off me, and gets another couple of yards out of it. Rose Pierre is going crazy tonight. This is what a game out of these Notre Dame wide receivers. That is a monster of a wide receiver core between Rhodes and Pickens. That's just Notre Dame is not playing around. They said 8th in the nation. We going for top 5, and we're gonna prove it as they keep those chains moving. And we see the run. We see a huge hole open up. Good run out of Hall there. And you know what? They're gonna need some more of that out of him. They got to make sure they're mixing it up. They can't just pass because we know Bama's defense can come to play at any time. Big run again. Notre Dame not having any problems with Hall working his way inside or outside, getting those first downs. Single back again. Another handoff. Moving like butter. We got Hall just climbing his way, taking what he can get. We got empty set though, so Christian's going to go ahead and do some work here. I think it's going to be a quick route. We got lots of open people on the curls. Finds one. Nicely done. Keep the chains moving. All those guys were wide open at the top of your screen. It's good that Christian was able to find him in time and get that planted before DB could jump the route. Good handoff here. You know, I think Deuce is getting the short end of the stick. They keep running these inside zones and then going outside, and there's just 4 defensive backs ready to hit him every single time. I'm telling you, they got to try to rethink when they get Deuce out there. Maybe start doing some play action, some passing plays, because the last few times you've had Deuce, you've ran that exact play. So try to mess with the defense a little bit. See it again here. Looks like a pass to me. Yes, sir. Christian Ross looking. Pressure coming. Ooh, I thought he might break out of it, but he did not as Washington comes in with a big stack. That big man said, "Get off me, O-line. I'm about to go eat this man right now with a sack lunch." There you go. Christian looked like he was getting close to spinning off it. But, man, just like I told Carson, you know, in the first quarter, I got to tell Christian the same thing. You got to get rid of that ball, brother. You cannot be hanging out back there. All right, this is not time to make your sandwich. This is time to play some football and get rid of that ball. This is a huge task now just to get back into field goal range. Pressure coming. Finds a man. My goodness, with what looked like 9 hands in his face, but not quite in range for the 3 points. Notre Dame forced a punt. That sack was absolutely brutal. Great punt, it looks like, though. It looks like maybe that was at the 6. And sometimes it's hard to tell, but it looked like that was a great punt. A couple of great punts we're seeing out of these guys. And I'll tell you, if you're Notre Dame, you got to be upset with the way that drive stalled out. You were moving really well. You were here to make a statement. Also, I was way off there at the 19. You're here to make a statement, and you let the drive stall out like that. That cannot be happening. As we see the handoff to K5. And again, that run defense has been solid. You know, he's got 10 rushes for 40 yards. 4 yards a carry is a good number, but he's not getting the attempts. You know, Bama's being smart with the way they're using him tonight. As he rolls over, as you can see, gets another 6. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Make sure you are getting those 4s up in chat. You have smashed that like button if you haven't already. You have subscribed if you haven't already. You're following on the Insta already. And get ready for a very, very exciting fourth quarter. As we have a huge 3rd and inches here. Notre Dame has to try to make the stop. You see the jet sweep. Oh, he gets there! He gets there immediately for the -1 rushing yards. Absolute crash of a hit. They said the jet sweep will not work today as they stuff that down and go ahead and force the punt. If you're Bama here, there is no way that you go for it. I can't see it. You have a lead. You got to trust your defense here. It's the start of the fourth quarter as Notre Dame makes a huge statement on defense. That's exactly what we want to see. And, you know, you cannot be getting mad at this Notre Dame defense tonight. They are showing out when it matters. 2 picks, tons of stops on 3rd and short situations. This offense has to reward them and get some points on the board here on this drive. And to me, the best way they do that is by trusting Christian Ross, focusing on those short yard games. But listen, they've had the outside. That's the difference. Bama can't go to the outside. They can't throw to the outside. They're just throwing picks. Notre Dame has had the outside. They just haven't had those big plays to get the ball moving. So let's see what Christian can do as they set the screen up. tons of room to run. And looks like maybe second in inches. Maybe they gave him the first. Nah, second and 1. Barely. That's a short one. Oh, the read option again. That has not worked all night for Christian, as he is at 2 rushes and -1 yards. You have to trust your running back, I think, in that spot, because now you went from second and do anything to third, and, you know, maybe this is a passing down. You know, Bama's going to be prepared for that. They're going to have their linebackers ready to jump at whatever you're doing. So you got to be a little bit more aware of where you're at on the field. I think he should have handed that one off, not kept it himself. But let's see how we do it here on 3rd and 3. And it is a handoff. Oh, and there's a huge hole. Absolute monster run. They finally gave Deuce an inside run. If you remember what I was talking about earlier, they were doing a bunch of inside zone, going to that right-hand side and getting shut down. They finally let him go up the middle, and he goes and produces an absolutely monster run right when they needed it. Deuce Young, baby, that running back duo is fierce out there between Deuce and Precious. That's exactly what Notre Dame is looking for. And it is hard to defend when you got 2 different style backs out there. Great job moving the chains. They're getting set up. We got a nice pass there. The guys are wide open over the middle. Oh, that was not who I was talking about. I was talking about the guy that was on the drag route. A little late there, Christian, but that's all right. 2nd and 10 here. We got trips up top. Just dumps it down. Gives him the room to run. Looks like 3rd and 1, if I'm guessing. Yes, sir. I think this is a run play. You gotta let him earn it. Yes, sir. Goes back to Deuce. Does it again up the middle. Absolute beast. This is what I'm talking about. Give this man the ball up the middle. Give this man the ball in short yardage situations. You're gonna see results. This is exactly what we're looking for here. Monster run out of Deuce. And, you know, between him and Precious, if I'm Notre Dame, if I'm Coach Zeke, I'm looking at this and going, I don't know who I can call RB1, because both of these fellas are freaks, and I got to make sure that I'm utilizing them to their full potential. This Notre Dame offense does not play around. Christian's going to take the snap here. He's got a man over the middle. There it is. Absolute dot. Easy money. 22 of 30 for 189 yards, by the way. Christian's having a great game tonight. 0 interceptions. No tutties yet, but I know he's feeling it. Oh, he just had to wait. You could see that he was cutting back on that route. Just had to wait a little bit. And, you know, this is looking like that same formation. I think this is a run again. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think this is a handoff up the middle. There it is. There it is. Go up the middle. There you go, Deuce. That's what we want to see. He looked outside, adjusted. That's a smart young man right there. He said, nope, I know this hasn't been here all night. I'm going back up the middle. I'm getting this first down because guess what? We need this first down. They want a tutty here. It is huge they get a tutty here. 3 points keeps the game way too close. And you know what? I got to point back to what we talked about in the pregame. Notre Dame is sticking around. And this 4th quarter Fighting Irish offense is no joke out here this year in the PFL. Boom. Boom. So close. So close. 2 yards away. Absolutely great pass from Ross to Williams there. You can see Christian in the empty set. A little crazy. A lot of pressure. A lot of DBs in the end zone. Forces it in. Touchdown Notre Dame. Absolute monster. Absolute monster. That's exactly what we want to see. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Notre Dame. Huge catch, huge play by Dylan Williams there. Monster. And yeah, I apologize when I called the Bama receiver Dylan Williams. Obviously the Bama receiver is Dylan Romo. Notre Dame's receiver is Dylan Williams. But listen, they're both Dylans. They both wear the same number. It's my bad. But that was a great tutty by Dylan Williams. That's exactly what Notre Dame needed. That's exactly what they're looking to see. Great job, fellas, as they go ahead and kick this ball back to Bama. And listen, if you're Bama, you got faith in this offense. Between Carson Young and K5, you have faith in the offense. Carson's got to look in the middle of the field, and K5's got to look to make a play. You put the ball in that man's hands and let him go. The run hasn't been there tonight. But it can be if K5 can just make some magic happen. And that's what these young guys are here to do. They're here to make magic happen. K5 says, let's get it done. Carson takes a snap here. Pressure coming. Got time. Finds his man. Perfect job out of Carson. First, the pressure came. O-line stepped up, made it happen, was able to find his man. Absolute dot to Andre Roche. And if you're Notre Dame, you cannot allow that. I mean, if they march down the field, you got to be terrified. So it's really going to be a battle here in this fourth quarter. If you're not in this chat, make sure you are tagging your friends to get them in here, because this is exactly what we want to see as we see the drop pass there in the PFL. We got the #1 team in the nation, folks, losing to Notre Dame 14-19. Get hyped in the chat. I want to see it. I want to hear your thoughts, because this is what we're here for. It's Carson, the pressure is on right now for Carson to deliver. Has a man over the middle. Pushing for that. Doesn't quite get the first, but they got to give it real close. That's 3rd and centimeters. As Bama's in a spot where I think you give the ball to K5. I think you give the ball to K5. You say, go get the first down, and we'll think about our next set of downs and what we want to do. But step 1 is getting that first down. This looks like inside zone handoff. I'm telling you. But Notre Dame looks ready. They are stacked at that line. Oh, they got him to jump! No, that's the discipline. That's the discipline. I know Coach Zeke going to have them boys running, regardless of the result of this game. Oh, I had it wrong. It was a false start. Oh, my goodness. My bad. Bama jumped. I got too excited. But they made up for it. It's fine. I got too excited. That's my bad, chat. I get too hyped sometimes. You know, you got these close games, you get hyped. But Bama made up for it. Great pass from Carson. Great first down. They're keeping the ball moving. Notre Dame has to be more proactive on those stops. And again, it's right there. It's over the middle. I'm telling you. See how they run away from the outside, because they know that those Notre Dame DBs have been feasting outside tonight between Princeton and Ethan. Absolutely feasting. See Carson take another snap here. Ooh, dangerous throw, but fits it in an extremely small window. Absolute laser as he just passes 200 yards as well. Carson, you know, even with his 2 picks, I still say he's having himself a great night as he is finding his guys. You know, the Carson to Carson connection is what's been missing tonight, so it's good to see that finally starting to get going. They're going to hand it off here. He's going to push his way to the first down. We got Williams, the guy that, you know, got the tutty earlier on, went ahead and pushed his way. They got a new set of downs here for Bama. 4 minutes on the clock. Feeling good on the 26-yard line. Got his man again right there. Hangs onto the ball. Tried to do the stretch to get the first. Wasn't quite there, but we got 2nd and inches here. Bama's got to be feeling great about the way this drive has gone. Notre Dame is absolutely stacking against that line, bringing the pressure. He had him. Just overthrows him a little bit, and now we're in 3rd and inches, and Bama's got to, you know, I'm saying get the ball to K5, but they went with the pass. They had the curl route. He hangs on to the ball. Andre Roche, you got to know those hands are absolutely clutch. He ain't dropping those. Very well done. As Bama's getting closer and closer, they got 1st and goal. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. This is exciting times, man. This #1 team, they said, listen, we're going to make Notre Dame beat us. All right, we are going to move this ball. We are going to make them win. And let's see if they can close it out with a touchdown here on this drive. Has his man, tries to cut up field, but can't do it. Absolutely huge tackle there to prevent the touchdown. I think this is going to K5, even though that line's stacked. Sends the man in motion. And there's the handoff. K5 does not get there. He does not get there. Another huge tackle out of this Notre Dame defense. And can they do it again, folks? This is it. This is a huge play here. He's trying to get the jump, I think, based on, or he's just running clock. Yeah, he could just be running clock. I don't know if I agree with that decision, to be honest. Hands it to K5. Stopped at the line. Oh my goodness, into the no huddle. They have to score. This is the game right here. Oh, it looks great coverage from Notre Dame. He snuck it in. Oh my goodness, he was surrounded by Green and somehow gets it to Allen in the end zone. What absolute ice in the veins. Absolute elite throw there out of Carson. I cannot believe it, folks. I am shaking up here in the booth. That was crazy. But you know what? Notre Dame still has time. All they got to do is get a field goal, right? That's all they're looking at. They got to get this two-point conversion stop and get a field goal. So let's see it happen. They go with the handoff, absolutely stuffed, nowhere to go, which means now if Notre Dame can move the ball and get that three, they're going to take it home. It does not get any more exciting than this, folks, in the PFL. Number 1 versus number 8. Notre Dame getting the ball, going to have a chance to drive down and get the upset. Let me see that hype in chat, man. I cannot believe what we're seeing. What a crazy drive out of Alabama. This has been an absolute classic of a game, man. And if you're not in the PFL, you got to get in here because you could be a part of this. This is exactly what we want to see. We're going to see Jay take it out again from inside the end zone, fight his way past the 25. So you know what? He made it worth it. Look at him. He's hyped. He says, get me the ball on this drive. We're going to make it happen as he gets a 27-yard return. But yeah, man, if you're watching it, you're not part of the league, like I said earlier in this game, make sure you check out that link in the description, get signed up. We'd love to have you. Make sure you're checking in on our socials, popping in the Discord and talking to us. Can't wait to have you in the league with me. You see Christian step back, lots of time, wide open man. And what did I say? He said, get me the ball. Jay Pickens says, get me the ball. And he's getting it done for Notre Dame. They just need 3 here. They are right there. Just got to keep the ball moving, play smart, keep it in the middle because you know Bama's going to give you that, and just try to get in field goal range. That's all they got to look for. And we will see a massive upset. And if you're Bama, you're thinking, I got to get this turnover. I got to be the difference maker on this team. You know, you're looking at Benji Gardner. He's thinking, listen, I got to go get this. Tayshaun Wiggins thinking the same thing. I mean, they've got to get it done. Oh, and just like that, it's like I predicted the future. Oh my goodness, we see the massive pick. That is going to be the end. Absolute monster interception. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? You could not ask for something better out of Senko. Absolute monster. I swear, I called the future. I predicted that. I predicted that, Alabama. You're going to want me to call all your games because I predicted that one. Oh, my goodness. That was absolutely brutal for Notre Dame. And, I mean, they still have a shot. They got to obviously stop these next 2. They're going to keep running the ball. K5 is going to keep pushing. I think that's 3rd and inches. Yes, okay, good. You got to stack that box right now, Notre Dame. You made huge tackles, all 3rd and short, all night. We need one more out of you guys. Oh, they went with the pass. Wide open. Oh, my goodness. Nobody saw that coming. Absolute ballsy play calling out of Alabama. And that is going to seal this one up, barring anything crazy. Huge game. Victory formation. Absolutely wild. But you know what? I got to give my flowers to Notre Dame because they're going up against the number 1 team in the nation. They kept it so close. Christian Ross had a monster game. One mistake, though, against these number 1 teams, going to cost you. This is what we're seeing. You know, we talk about it all the time. This is what it means to play a number 1 team. You got to stay aware. You got to game plan because you make one mistake and you're going to drop. Absolutely fantastic game. Fantastic showing from all these guys tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. One more time, make sure you are following us. Make sure you're subscribed. You're in the chats. You're watching the games. You're in the Discord. This has been John Smith in the booth. Thank you so much for having me. As Bama sneaks out a win here against Notre Dame on the road. Absolutely fantastic. And hey, if you're still here, make sure 100% you are tuning in tomorrow. Because guess what, folks? Guess who's playing tomorrow? It's your boy. I'm playing tomorrow as USC takes on FSU tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there because your boy's about to drop another 150 yards. Calling it right now. All right. Everybody take it easy. Zeke, my producer, has to get some stats, has to do a couple things. But for your man, John Smith, I'm out. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.